Hello, welcome to another video. My name is Kemal AA, and this is your preview for the Chelsea versus Porto game taking place in Seville. Of course, it is going to be a neutral venue, a neutral ground because of COVID regulations and COVID rules. Both of the ties, I've already explained this in past videos. The first leg and the second leg, home and away game, they're going to be played in the same stadium in Seville. Both legs, the away goal rule still is also going to count as well. So despite it being at the same stadium twice, there is going to be away goals in this. So we need to make sure tomorrow, and it is absolutely crucial and vital that we get the away goal. Tomorrow is a massive game, and after the shambles of a performance on the weekend, the time that we got battered, please Chelsea, do us a favour. Bounce back with integrity that we require, that we know that you have. We have the quality and we have some luck on our side. Now, in this preview, I'll be delving into Thomas Tuchel's press conference. I'll be delving into the opposition manager's press conference, the Porto manager. I'll be speaking about Mateo Kovacic as well. Mateo Kovacic also had a press conference. Of course, when you have European trips, you do have the manager's press conference, and then you have an additional player on top of that as well. So we'll be delving into Mateo Kovacic's press conference as well. I'll also be delving into my predicted lineup that I believe Thomas Tuchel will go for in tomorrow's evening game, and then I'll be finishing off with my score prediction for tomorrow night's fixture. But before I do get into all of it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your score prediction in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into this news. I keep saying news, but this preview for Porto versus Chelsea, a massive game, quarter-final, first leg. I don't need to describe the magnitude and the importance of this game. So we need to make sure, right, that we have to ensure that we get the result tomorrow and we shut up these rumours. Because Thomas Tuchel's already clarified in the presser, which I'll be delving into any moment, but it's important because otherwise there's been more negativity clouding and surrounding around Chelsea, and that's the last thing that you want when we've got an important 7-8 weeks. So there's so much to play for. We're competitive in all three competitions, and for us to sign some certain players in the summer, we have to ensure that we secure Champions League football and have a successful end to the season. But let's delve into Thomas Tuchel's press conference. Now, starting off with some injury team news. Good news is N'Golo Kante will start on the bench for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic, N'Golo Kante and Tammy Abraham are all fit to be featured and ready to be in a squad. Thomas Tuchel says the Antonio Rudiger incident had nothing to do with the West Brom defeat. It was a training ground incident and the situation was calmed down immediately. Thomas Tuchel praises Antonio Rudiger and Kepa Arrizabalaga for handling and clearing up the incident with each other. Thomas Tuchel says Antonio Rudiger and Kepa won't serve a punishment because of the way they dealt with it, and it says that it's natural for a reaction like this because of the nature of the West Brom defeat. Olivier Giroud is in the squad and he is excited to return to Sevilla. Thomas Tuchel knows Porto are missing two key players, but he can't be drawn too much on the situation ahead of the high-level quarter-final tie. Thomas Tuchel is also super happy because today is the first time everyone is in training and he has some major decisions to make. Thomas Tuchel says the incident wasn't serious and they needed to interfere, but he continues to praise the impressive way in which it was handled. Thomas Tuchel says he is to get used to it when incidents and information gets essentially put out into the press and media. Thomas Tuchel then went on to say that he would love for the information in full detail not to be essentially released and for it to stay in a training ground and to stay confidential, but he does admit it is quite difficult nowadays with everything that is going on. Antonio Rudiger is expected to start against FC Porto and the incident doesn't affect the selection whatsoever. Thomas Tuchel says West Brom defeat was a massive slap in the face and he knows it will be a tough match against Porto. Thomas Tuchel says Chelsea need to win this game at all times and he will not accept conceding 5 goals a game ever again. Thomas Tuchel says the defeat was hard to accept, but despite the setback, he essentially reminds them that the race for top 4 is still on, but it is down to them now to deal with the consequences. And finally, he says that Chelsea won together and now they have to bounce back together. So from wise words from the gaffer, some good news, some good injury team news as I read out for you guys. Christian Pulisic, we know that he pulled up at half-time. We know Kante's featuring back. We know Tammy's back from injury now, meaning that our squad is officially fully fit, which is fantastic news for us. Suspension-free, no injuries, perfect. So we have a fully fit, full strength team that we can go against Porto tomorrow. And tomorrow it's absolutely pivotal and crucial that we get some sort of a result, minimum a draw. Now, we'll go into Mateo Kovacic's presser. Mateo Kovacic says Saturday's defeat was a bad result, but it happens in football, and now they are put it aside and will look to bounce back tomorrow. He says the incident wasn't a big deal, it happens and it's all cleared. As of the group are a strong group and accept it and move on, and the focus is now, of course, on Porto. He says Porto have showed that they are a good side after beating Juventus. He knows it will be a tough game for Chelsea like every other team, but they are prepared for it. He said that it's been a good side from Thomas Tuchel, says he speaks when he needs to, especially after the defeat, and they analyse a big wake-up call ahead of the game tomorrow. So again, of course, Mateo Kovacic, he had this press conference as well, as I already stressed earlier in this video. When you have European ties, not only does the manager have the press conference, but there will also be one additional player alongside the manager that will also conduct a press conference. Now, let's move on to my predicted lineup for the game. Now, again, we know the formation is going to play a 3-4-2-1 formation. I've gone for Eduard Mendy in goal. We know Antonio Rudiger is 100% starting for this game, so of course he retains his position at the left centre-back position. I'm going for Thiago Silva. Of course, despite the red card on the weekend, he's still available for selection and Champions League as it is a separate competition. He will slot in as central centre-back for me. Azpilicueta, being a captain, of course, goes in at right centre-back. I'm then going to go for Ben Chilwell instead of Alonso. Of course, Alonso played a full 90 against West Brom, and the poor performance that he had, as well as the rest of the team, I believe that there will be some changes in that department. So I'm going for Ben Chilwell in a left wing back spot. Again, he's got that dynamism, and of course he's been fully rested. I've gone for Reece James, right wing back. Jorginho and Kante. Of course, Kante is available. Now this is a bit controversial, of course, because Kante is available for selection, but because he's coming back from injury and the age that he's at, do you want to risk him necessarily? I don't believe it's a wise idea, but again, it's a massive game. There is a lot riding on this game. The magnitude is massive, and for tactical reasons, the athleticism, the pace that he can bring, his box-to-box abilities to help Jorginho control and dominate our midfield will help us in winning this game. So for tactical reasons, I've got Kante, but I don't know how severe his injury was. Jorginho, of course, I know he was diabolical against West Brom, but he offers that control. He offers the ability to control the tempo. He has an elite mentality, so I believe that he will be able to bounce back in this game. I've then gone for Kai Havertz and Mason Mount as the fake number 10s, of course. Both offer high-intensive press. Mason Mount gives that balance, the high-intensive press, the movement in lines, his half-turn. He's able to transition the play in the attacking final third. Kai Havertz, we know his qualities, his abilities. He can link up the play with Olivier Giroud. Of course, Olivier Giroud being that quality target man that is Kai Havertz. He's got a goal threat. He's a goal scoring threat. He's assist as well. He's got high numbers when it comes to goals and assists. His link up play, his passing, his movement in lines. He's a very aesthetic player, technical player as well. And I think Kai Havertz, being the top player that he is, tactically will suit his position in a fake number 10 role, because of course he can link up the play, he can move the ball nicely with his diagonal passes, he can link up the play with the midfield as well, and of course he offers a goal threat for the team. And we got the width from James and Chilwell in this game, and we got some attacking qualities if we do need to bring him on. And of course Olivier Giroud, the target man up front, he hasn't played a lot, but he had a very good success in the Seville Stadium, scoring 4 the last time he played in the stadium, and he is the guy for the big occasions. He will link up that play. It's an aerial threat. He can win a lot of crosses for you. Lethal left foot, and again, he's been fully rested for this game. So for me, I'm going for Olivier Giroud up front. Again, mainly some of these positions are for tactical reasons. It's unlikely I'm going to get this bang on or spot on. There might be one or two differences in here, but this is what I believe Thomas Tuchel will go for. It's really difficult to exactly spot on predict what Thomas Tuchel is going to go for, but this is my predicted lineup. What will your predicted lineup be? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And as a score prediction, this is difficult because of the manner in which we lost. This could easily go two ways. We could bounce back, and the team can really prove the strong mantle, the mentality has bounced back from that horrendous defeat, and come out all guns blazing and absolutely dismantle and decimate Porto and win the game 2-0, 3-0, whatever. Or we could have a similar story where they're intimidated, where the momentum's completely gone, they're in a bad mental situation, and of course the punch up that happened, the massive training incident, still in their heads. We don't know the situation. It can go either way. But I'm going to remain optimistic, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea victory, giving us 2 away goals and putting us in pole position to advance into the semi-finals. But that is me wrapping up the preview. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you did enjoy it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions and give me your score prediction, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.